I'm here at my coach's gym, private sesh, quarantine, but we are doing our mock peak week. Say what's up.
What's up, what's up?
Yeah. And this is our third low day. Second? I don't even know anymore.
Second low day. Yeah.
Friday, Saturday.
Oh, third low day.
Third low day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is, well, I mean, we'll see. But we're going to do some posing because it is our mock peak week. Yup. Let's do it.
Chew.
Freaking hurricane out of nowhere, so
I want you to go like high salt.
okay. Like how? Okay.
Like sea salt or pink Himalayan salt on top of every meal. Heavy. Okay.
How heavy? Like, because I usually do like 2 to 3 sprinkles.
Like that.
Like 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Okay, so like double it.
Okay.
Okay, just double your salt intake.
Okay.
Whatever you've been doing, double it.
Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow is going to be the same. Tomorrow is going to be low as well. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to deplete you a little bit before we start carving up.
Okay.
So your body goes into, it's called a super compensation phase. Where if you deplete for 3-4 days and mega deplete glycogen is wiped out,
yeah,
then you introduce carbs and your body, it doesn't process through liver. It's an immediate muscle glycogen.
Okay. Yep.
Soak it right up. Okay.
Depletion phase.
There you go. 2.5 gallons. We'll go 3 gallons if we can on Monday. Okay.
Okay. I'll just chug a gallon before I do my cardio.
3 gallons of water. Tuesday's going to be low.
3 gallons water. And then Wednesday is going to be potential starting your
Carb up.
Okay.
Sodium, water manipulation, carb up, drying out process, whatever you want to call it, the peaking process.
Okay.
This is priming you for your peak.
Okay.
Super depleted, getting your body adjusted to high water intake, acclimated to excreting 3 gallons. We push it. Then on Friday, we stop it. And then your body still does. And there's not enough time lapses for your brain to start sending antidiuretic hormones because it's not sensing dehydration because we have to time it perfectly.
Yeah.
So when you dehydrate for too long or too early, there's a point, and everybody's different. So we're gonna learn it. You know, there's
I will say I feel like I dehydrate
quick.
Yeah. Quick.
So you're not gonna need much. You probably won't even have to cut your water all the way out.
Yeah, because
So
I'll drink.
So if we go these 3 gallons. If our body is adjusted and acclimated to 3 gallons, and then on Friday we cut it down to 1.5 gallons, that's a 50% water cut, and you're still getting 1.5 gallons. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So your brain doesn't realize it's a 50% cut. It needs to keep excreting, so you're not going to get into a dehydrated state because you're still getting water in. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just low day. Let me see. I thought there was mosquito juice.
So for those of you that don't know, peak week is basically the week before a bodybuilder's competition. And it is a priming time for the physique. So you are not trying to rush to get ready during peak week. The usual goal is to be ready way before peak week. And peak week is just to make the final peaking changes to your physique. So what you've heard my coach discuss here is that pretty much we are going to be manipulating certain variables within my diet and things like that in order to bring out muscle fullness, that kind of thing. So in order to do that, we've kept my sodium intake high. We are water loading, so we are drinking 3 gallons of water daily. I am going to be depleting carbs for another 2 days, so a total of a 5-day carb depletion. And then we start to carb up and drop water and salt. So what that'll do is that'll prime my muscles, like he discusses here, to just show up on stage perfectly full, dry, to look exactly how we want. Everyone's peak week will be different, obviously. So this is pretty much us discussing that,
You should.
and that's pretty much
You're
it.
gonna be sending me check-ins every day, probably twice a day. Okay, and then that's it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Crush this peak week.
Yo.
We got a show to win.
Yeah.
Overall, baby, come on.
Overall.
I really like when we actually do a show. I want it to be this chill.
Yeah, I'm
because your body looks amazing because you're not stressing. There's no. This is fun. We're having fun.
Yeah, I'm literally like enjoying this.
This is fun because we're learning. We're experimenting.
And we're both nerdy too. So. Hey guys, so I was gonna do HIIT and then I remembered I actually don't have HIIT on Wednesdays. I actually have no fasted cardio on Wednesdays, but I'm gonna do 30 minutes of walking just to get the blood flowing, that kind of thing. But now I'm gonna have this time to explain to you guys pretty much, I'm trying to get better lighting. My peak week protocol and you know what we're pretty much, I'm gonna summarize what we're doing for my mock peak week, why we're doing it, and so on. So Lexi and the struggles of constantly trying to find good lighting. All right, anyway, so we're doing a mock peak week again to collect data. Just trying to see how my body would respond to certain things if I were to have competed this weekend. Because as you guys know, I would have been stepping on stage this weekend, but I'm not due to the coronavirus. So my show's actually been postponed to late June. We're not sure if we're still gonna shoot for that. We might shoot for a different one. We'll see. Anyway, so if you don't know what peak week is basically the week leading up to a competitor's competition, and it is the final tweaks of everything. So peak week is not the time where you should be like hammering down and like trying to get like stage ready like as fast as possible. The key is that you should be stage ready before peak week, and peak week is basically self-explanatory in that sense, where you're just peaking a little bit, like you're making final tweaks to peak your physique to perfection for the stage as best as you can. So there's a lot of different methods that can be involved during an athlete's peak week. Disclaimer, if you have the same peak week as another athlete, like that is a huge red flag for the coach that you have, because peak week is not something that is cookie cutter. It is so individualized because it takes into account so many different factors. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But peak week, you might hear of things like water loading, water cutting, sodium, you know, into higher sodium intake, refeeds, carb loading, depletion phases, followed by a carb load, or a progressive carb load. What else might be in peak week? Cutting cardio, keeping cardio. There's so many different things. Adding in more, sugar, or taking out less sugar. It all depends on how your physique is and how your body reacts to different things. So for my peak week, what I've done in the past was we've basically, like with my old coach, I basically would use a diuretic, 4 in the morning, 4 at night, about 4 days out, and that pretty much just completely takes away water out of your system. It's a diuretic. So, it helped me look really, really lean, but the thing is your muscles are also filled with water, so you're gonna remove water from your muscles as well. So I did look really flat, which is not what you wanna look like on stage unless you're someone who's trying to tone it down. So, which is why it's important to have a really individualized peak week. So, I'm not doing any diuretics this time. We're keeping it as natural as possible. Maybe if I did have a show and I still had holding a lot of water, even after water loading and stuff, then maybe, but it would be too late by then. But anyway, and I don't want to get off track. So what I've done in the past is taken a diuretic, water loaded and then water cut, and then just had basically just, super, super low carb. I never carved up, and if I did, it was the week before. So now this time around, we've been on a carb cycle for 2 weeks of, if you watch my other videos, 4 low carb days, 2 high carb days alternating. So it would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday are low carb days, Monday high carb day, Tuesday, Wednesday low carb day, Thursday high carb day, and then the cycle would continue. And this would allow my body obviously to continue to drop weight or fat, but keep muscle, and mentally I would be better too after a high carb day. So then after that, leading into peak week, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday low carb days, I saw my coach that Sunday, and we stayed on low carb day through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that was my depletion phase. And what a depletion phase is pretty much depletes your body completely of glycogen. And glycogen is obviously carbs, sugar, anything like that converted. It's the storage form of glucose in the body. So, when you have your muscles are obviously filled with glycogen, water, sodium, that kind of thing. That's what gives them that fullness. That's what helps them grow. So when you strip that away, the glycogen, the carbs, it becomes flat. So right now I don't really have that much muscle definition. I look like I don't really have that much muscle. If I were to get up right now and flex, you might be able to see some muscle, but overall, I just look skinny. Overall, I just look pretty much just skinny and so not much here. It might be hard for you to get a pump in the gym. It might be hard for you to flex, feel really tired, fatigued, exhausted, which is what we want, because when we do carb up, which today I have my carb up, now we want to make sure all the carbs are going, my body is rapidly, applying that energy and not just storing it like crazy, which is what we don't want, because we obviously don't want spillage, which is when you kind of over intake on carbs and the water retention starts to build up, because obviously a little bit of glycogen is stored with some water, so you got to keep that in mind as well. So that's what we're doing. We start carbing up today. I don't really know what we're gonna do the following next days. We're kind of playing it by ear. I've been sending in check-ins every day, and we also have been water loading. So I've been drinking 3 gallons of water a day for the past 3 days, and today I probably will, because on Friday he's gonna start cutting my water, and we want to make sure that my body doesn't hold on to any water, thinking that it needs water, because I've been loading on water now. That will help me to come in drier, hold less water in the skin, And then my salt intake has actually been double. So he wants me to take in double the amount of salt. Sodium is not the enemy, guys. Depending on how you use it. Same thing goes with carbs. Sodium is great for your muscles. It allows you to get a pump in the gym, which is why I'm thinking why he had me do that. It also just helps with my cravings too. I doubt that's why he gave me that, but it does help with cravings when you have a hella salt on your food, so that helps. So yeah, we've got high sodium intake, water loading with 3 gallons of water. Cardio is the same. I'm doing 20-minute hit in the morning, followed by 30-minute lists, walking outside, and then 30 minutes post-workout. And then, yeah, today's my high carb day, so we'll see how it goes, guys. I'm really excited. I'm gonna go do my cardio now, and then I actually have training for my job today, so I'll be working from home. Hopefully my coach sends me my plan by then so I can have breakfast. If not, it's all good. We're at home anyway. Can't believe it's peak week, guys. I can't believe it's almost at the end of the finish line. We did it. We did it. Guys, so I'm popping in because I just sent check-ins to my coach, but I just kind of wanted to vent a little bit because it's just how I've been feeling the past couple days, and yeah. So this quarantine is like really like fucking with me in the sense that, like, you know, the gym is literally like my happy place, like literally my happy place. And it's just the environment of it, like just walking in and hearing the clinking of the weights and having your headphones in and like walking to like the barbell or the leg press, whatever that is, and just like loading that weight and then just pushing and then taking it to the next level, pushing, and you know, just striving for something in the gym. It's just like therapy to me. And I have the outdoors and stuff, so that helps. But as a physique competitor and like an athlete, it just kind of like fucks with your head that, like, you know, if I'm doing something, you have to train for the physique that you want to win. That's bodybuilding. So I get in these like weird, like, you know, phases where I'm like, if I train this, like if I, you know, do plyometrics or, you know, things that's gonna get my energy up, my endorphins running, things that I love. I love weights, but I have like 10-pound dumbbells, and it's just like not the same in resistance bands. Like, literally not kidding. It's just not the same for me. And, you know, just like, for example, I'll want to do like a goblet squat, jump squat, like, you know, all these different things, and it's like, oh, I can't touch my quads, you know, or just like, I don't know, I just feel really in a funk. I think, period, I'm just like ready to be done with like being so physique focused, because it is my mock peak week, and I just not really liking how my body's looking right now. And I think some of it has to do with I wasn't lean enough to start like taking back cardio and things like that. But which is fine, like it's all research. I don't actually have a show, like I'm not worried about it. But I'm really, really hard on myself with my physique, period. Like, And just constantly just having to look in the mirror and not being happy. I know I sound crazy to someone who's watching this, but like in a bodybuilder mindset, it's just, you have a goal of what you need and like how you're supposed to look and like, how much water you're holding and things like that. And I just, being so physique focused is like stressing me out. Like so unnecessarily with everything else on my plate. It's like I don't need it right now. And like I just am really excited and can't wait for my focus to not be my physique and not be, food measurements and like just eating, fucking low calories. Like I just can't wait to just eat for fuel again and not cutting and just eat for fuel and train for performance. Like I don't even care about, obviously I'm gonna try to like be careful with my quads still because I do love bodybuilding and I'm gonna compete when the stages are back, but like just do what I want to do and just have freedom. I think that's just what I'm looking for. I think I'm just like I'm already restricted in this quarantine in itself where I can't go to the gym, I can't go here, I can't go there. We're so restricted. I'm working from home 8 to 12 hours a day just looking at a screen. I feel really like stir crazy, and being on prep or I have 2 days left so I'll be fine, but like just being on constant I don't know, just plans and I don't know, just restriction and cutting is just not, it's putting me more in a restrictive mindset. So I don't like that at all. Thankfully I have an amazing coach who's always there for me and does my crazy ass. But I can't wait for Monday to roll around because I'm gonna have fun. I'm just gonna be happy. Like that's just what I want is my focus to be happiness in this quarantine. And cutting is not always fun, guys. Yeah, you get abs, you're shredded, it's awesome, your Instagram's popping, but like at the end of the day, I would rather have a little bit of a belly, or not even that, like just my abs not showing, but be happy and just not worry about my body than that. And that's kind of where my head is at right now because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves as competitors. And I just feel like in the real world, it's like so unnecessary, like to put so much mental stress on that. And, we chose to do this. We signed up for this. So this is what it comes with. But, going forward, what I mean is I'm not going to continue prepping. Like our plan was to stay 5 weeks out physique. Like, fuck that. Like, I'm going to stay in shape, but like, I'm not worried about being lean right now. Like I'm not. Like I want to eat at maintenance, have fun with like steps and like just have fun with my fitness again. And that's just what I want. So this is a little random. This video is probably going to take a complete 360 from the clips before because there was a period where my camera was dead. But that's what it is right now. And I actually feel already better talking about it already. Because I was just getting a lot of anxiety just like stuck in my head. So this is why I have my YouTube, is to just vent and show my journey and document everything. I'm not perfect. I'm not a machine. And it's, once this quarantine's actually over, which I think that messed with me more is because Florida said we were going to reopen and I was so excited and hopes up. And now it's not. And now I don't even know when everything's going to open again. And it's, we obviously want to do what's right for the coronavirus and everything, but at the same time, like, I feel like my mental health is taking like a big hit. So, yeah. This will all be over soon. I have hope. Can you tell? But yeah, I'm excited to, end this mock peak week. We're going to crush it. And I'm excited to show you guys the next chapter of what's to come.